All right, let's talk about a new tool from Google that is seriously changing the game for AI art. It's called ImageFX, and it's built to solve one of the absolute biggest headaches that creators have when they're trying to dial in that perfect image.
You know the feeling, right? You've spent forever crafting the perfect prompt. The composition, the style, the subject, everything is almost there. But then you think, I just want to change one tiny thing. And bam, you're back to square one, retyping that whole long prompt all over again. It just completely kills the creative vibe.
And that right there, that's what we can call the reroll frustration. It's this universal kind of nagging pain point for pretty much anyone who's worked with generative AI.
I mean, that's really the core of the issue, isn't it? The reroll is just a total creative bottleneck. It's that moment you hit generate, see something you almost love, but then you have to face this tedious task of digging back into a long string of text just to tweak one little thing. Well, that's exactly the problem that ImageFX is built to solve.
So, what's the big solution? Well, it's this incredibly clever and intuitive feature from Google, and they call it expressive chips.
The idea here is so simple, but it is so powerful when you use it. See, instead of treating your prompt like this, static line of code, ImageX sees it more like a recipe with a bunch of creative ingredients. It automatically finds the key parts of your prompt and turns them into these interactive little buttons you can just play with.
Okay, let's walk through a real example so you can see exactly how this works. Imagine you type in a prompt like a photo of a cyberpunk cat in a neon city. Right? You get some cool images back, but you're not done. You want to experiment a little.
And here's where the magic happens. ImageFX automatically highlights the keywords cat, neon, and city, and turns them into these clickable chips. You don't have to retype a single word. So what if you want to see a dog instead? You just click the cat chip and pick dog from a drop-down menu. What about a pastel city? Click the neon chip, swap it out. It is literally that fast.
This one simple change to the interface completely transforms the entire experience. Seriously, it shifts the whole process from feeling like a chore to feeling like pure play.
So what you get is this totally new creative flow. You type your prompt, the image pops up along with the chips, you click a chip to swap out a variable, and you instantly see a new result. It creates this super fast, really fun feedback loop that just makes you want to experiment more.
I mean, this is a real paradigm shift. It's night and day. We're moving away from that old, kind of clunky command line way of doing things, tedious, repetitive, and we're moving towards something that feels more like a creative instrument. It's tactile, it's experimental, and that instant visual feedback just keeps you locked in that creative zone.
But look, a slick user interface is only half the battle, right? The quality of the images themselves has to be absolutely top-notch. And that brings us to the engine that's running under the hood.
Yeah, all of this is being powered by Google's latest and greatest model, which is called Imagen 3. This is the powerhouse that's responsible for the really stunning results you're getting.
And Imagen 3 brings some serious firepower to the table. We're talking about next-level photorealism that can honestly be breathtaking. And get this, it's way, way better at actually rendering text inside of an image, which, as you know, has been a huge problem for AI models forever. On top of all that, it's excellent with complex textures, and it has this masterful handle on lighting, both natural and super dramatic.
So when you put it all together, the slick interface and the powerful engine, what does it all mean for you, the creator? Well, it means you've got a true creative playground at your fingertips. Basically, ImageFX is the perfect tool for any creator who just wants to iterate fast without all the usual headaches. It gets rid of the friction, It lets you stay focused on your actual vision and explore ideas as fast as you can think of them. And that's really the big takeaway here. It all comes down to this. ImageFX turns prompting into play. It takes that rigid, technical process and just turns it into something fluid and genuinely fun.
And that kind of leaves us with one final and I think really exciting question to think about. When that barrier between your idea and the final image just disappears, when creative iteration becomes truly instant, what new doors does that open up for you? What are you going to create?